What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset Wolkernite Fight Championship 11 on the 28th of February. What a card we've got. We've got four title fights. We've got the two tournament semi-finals, unbelievable main event, co-main events. We've got, from top to bottom, the card is absolutely stacked. Like I said, it's going to be one of our most attended events, so it's going to be absolutely rammed to the hilt. So make sure that you do get tickets before they run out. Like I said, one hell of a card. We're back with a bang, making sure that we set ourselves out on 2026 on the right vein of form. But without further ado, talking about tournaments, I'm joined by our current 68 kilos K1 champion, probably the first name on the team sheet as it is for the tournament. I'm joined by Charlie Farmer. How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. Obviously, this tournament that we put together was kind of all sort of based around yourself in terms of we had a 60 kilo K1 champion. You fought on our show so many times, and it was we wanted to do a K1 after the MMA tournament. It made sense to make sure that we did it for someone who's had the most activity. Obviously, first name as well to kind of put your name down. How are you feeling
Yeah,
just 2 weeks out from it?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. As you say, as soon as I saw the announcement, I was like, yeah, that's set for my weight. I was like, I knew wanted my name in the hat straight away. Um, I'm really excited. I'm pleased that it's finally here. It's been a long wait with the delay over Christmas. Coming back to it, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah. What sort of impact does that have on you? Obviously, having it a few weeks before your MENA fight, having it kind of all cancelled, but then being able to keep your opponent and just knock it a bit further down the line. Does that any sort of impact in terms of your training, or are you just kind of business as usual?
Uh, it was gutting when the event got cancelled, especially so close, like you say. We put in a lot of hard work, so that's frustrating, but it happens. It happens a lot. You get opponent pullouts and everything that happened as well. I'm pleased it was the same opponent because that's what I was most excited about. I feel like he's quite a step up. I feel like I've seen him fight as well. He's fought at a good level. He's fought at a high level. I've seen him have some real good scraps. So that's one of the things that I was excited for coming to this tournament is the opponent coming in. So yeah, I'm pleased that I get to keep the same guy.
Yeah, obviously coming in, being the current title holder, being undefeated in K1, has it add any sort of pressure to you? You're quite a chilled out guy. You're quite a relaxed guy. I don't ever feel like you get to build up about it. But does it add anything to it? Be having those sort of accolades coming into it?
It always adds pressure. It always adds pressure. I try to put it as far to the back of my mind as I can, but I'm susceptible as anyone to the pressure. It does play on you. I do think I like to perform. So for me, it's not necessarily about like going out and getting a win. I want to have a good fight. I want to put on a good performance. I want to put on a good show. That's what I think I put a lot of pressure on myself for. Other than that, I try and let the idea of the title, the tournament, just sit to the side, focus on the opponent, focus on the challenge at hand.
Yeah, and you've had some big shots landed on you where like Shea Hammond give you a good fight, Kavan Thomas give you a good fight, but no one's actually wobbled or seemed to have hurt you in anything. You've seemed pretty invincible under the Wolkernite banner. Does that give you a lot of confidence as well?
I mean, I know I've got a pretty strong head. I've taken some good shots in sparring, and I've never really been wobbled or really been hurt. But just like I say, with the pressure, I'm aware anyone can get caught in the right spot and can get hurt and can get dropped. So I'm not overly. I'm not reckless about the fact that I can eat too many shots. I'm still trying to be as cautious as possible. But yeah, it does give me some level of confidence that I know I can stand there and trade, and I know I haven't got to be or I know I can sort of give it as good as I take it.
Yeah, and obviously we're in a bit further. I don't even think it's that further away from you, Nottingham. I think it because it's like half an hour away from the old place. In terms of obviously his gym being Dougie's gym being in the Nottingham area, you guys come into what might be enemy territory. Does that have any effect either? Because you guys travel quite well as well. Like you have fans that travel quite well.
Yeah. Our guys always come out and support. I'll be completely honest. I didn't even know that his gym was in Nottingham area. That's the first time I'm hearing of it. But it doesn't have too much. I think the very first fight that I had on a show like this, the guy was from the organisation. Like the gym organising it was the people I was fighting. So I feel like I've got that out of the way early in terms of fighting people in home territory and fighting people whose gyms have helped organise the event and are a big part of the event. So that doesn't have too much of me now.
Yeah, I think that I don't know whether that gives us a little bit of a benefit or a bit more of a different angle that we're not. attached to a gym where we just saw we wanted to put on a show. We're not necessarily attached to a gym. We like Josh, the owner, me, we don't have gyms that we train at or that we coach at. So we like to keep things pretty open and honest. In terms of the next couple of weeks then for you, what are you sort of looking at? What's the training going to be like? What's sort of the focus?
So the next 2 weeks, aim is to try and take the impact out of everything. All the hard work has already been done, really. I just need to make sure I'm ticking over. I'm staying on top of technique, cardio, the lot, but just take the impact out of things, kind of. So yeah, make sure we don't have any injuries. Make sure we make it to the fight safely. I think that's what it's mostly for at this stage. Just make it to the fight safely. I've put all the hard work in.
Yeah. I know it's like you shouldn't look beyond your opponent, beyond the task in hand, but have you looked at the other side of the bracket between Sim and Lorenzo much?
So I actually, I think it's the right one. I'm pretty sure Lorenzo. He's from New Era, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've actually seen a couple of his ones before. I think he was in a pool a little while ago. And we were looking at guys in that weight class and around that area, and I did catch him. He's got some nice technique. He's got some nice spinning kicks. He's got a couple of finishes, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of them though, and in terms of looking past them, I'm not concerned. I mean, don't know who's going to win the other sides. I've got this fight to think of, so I'm not looking past this one. But as soon as it's over, we'll evaluate and go from there.
Yeah, and are you kind of using this now to obviously with winning the title, but then obviously the step up in opponent now to Dougie, are you kind of using this sort of step up in opponent as a bit of motivation to kind of be at your very best on the night and see exactly where you're at in terms of the wider range of the UK scene?
Uh, my aim is always to be as good as I can. I always aim to level up, no matter the opponent. But yeah, I'm looking at it as I'm looking at it as a good challenge. I'm looking at it as a chance to prove myself and chance to show that I'm there and that I'm gonna remain here and that I can hang and scrap with the top guys here.
Yeah,
You know,
and
the top guys in the UK at the moment.
well, yeah, in terms of having this fight and obviously the final already being scheduled for May the 16th, what does that sort of do to you? Like, because I feel like once you finish this fight, if you go through to the final, you don't really get a rest period. It's straight back on it and straight back into sort of training and preparing.
Yeah, little rest, little break, and then straight back on it. I quite enjoy it being like that. To be honest, I like the routine. I like the discipline. I like being busy, and I kind of like being tired. I don't like having too much energy to spare. But I feel like the fact that the December card was cancelled allowed me to go, I'll break a little bit early, and I got a chance to really rest and reset before I started this new year. So I'm happy to go from camp to camp this year and just keep going upwards. I don't want to waste too much time in between. Certainly don't want to take any time off, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a sort of prediction or some sort of vision to how you think the fight's going to go, how you think fight night will be for you?
Um, I mean, I never like to try and decide the outcome that I want before a fight. I like to have a proper fight. I like to have a good fight. Don't want to say I don't want it to go the distance, but I want to be in there and show that I can win this fight convincingly and I can win this fight technically, as well as being the more aggressive and pressure forward fighter. You know.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be un unbelievable, Charlie. Like I said, I think this would be like the fifth or sixth time I've seen you fight now, mate. So it's and it's always a fucking scrap as well. To be fair, it's always a good fight. It always gets the crowd on their feet, and it's a belter to watch you fight. But I appreciate
Exactly
you
what I'm
coming
there
on.
for.
Exactly, and I appreciate you coming on, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out your Saturday. And yeah, I hope
Thank you for
everything
having me.
goes. Yeah, well, I hope everything goes well for you between now and the card. Obviously, only 2 weeks away, mate. But it will be one hell of a fight, and all the best for the rest of your camp, mate.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Make sure you do get tickets. Like I said, links in the description. Going to be unbelievable. Keep watching the Instagram. More information will be coming out on there. But once again, Charlie, all the best. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, mate.